What's up, y'all? This your boy Prince Maverick. We back around this thing called the YouTube machine again. I'm pretty sure they still call this thing the YouTube machine. It's been a while. How y'all been? Man, you know what? I had something on my mind. Actually, I kind of wanted to get this off my chest. I'm feeling pretty happy about this decision about Jey Uso winning the IC belt. You hear me? Yeet. But at the end of the day, I still, this is still a matter of production. Unfortunately, for people who want to shit on this take of mine that I'm going to give today. But shout out to all of y'all, man. This is something that I had to talk about today because Jey Uso, right? I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for my boy Jey. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? All up in there. But you know, I have to speak the truth a little bit. Some truths, rather, you know, because it's just my fucking take. You know, that's it. You know, you don't have to agree necessarily, but that's okay. You know, we should be able to respectfully give each other our opinions and things like that, and, you know, and our points of view. But with that being said, I'm happy for my boy Jey. This is well-deserved. He went through a lot with the bloodline, his family, overcoming that, becoming a singles. My man's been doing real good on Raw, you know, and, you know, it just kind of sucked that he has so much opportunities. And, you know, he should have been the IC champion long ago. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck, right? My boy should have been the IC champion. But, you know, I'm going to just leave that as that. But getting right into itself, man, I'm happy for you guys who are happy for Jey Uso winning the IC belt. Once again, well-deserved. The crowd went nuts. That was an insane reaction. Gotta be real. So I can't even play hate. Still my boy. I'm happy for Jey winning the IC title, but I seriously have a question for all of you. How many times, right? How many times can we actually book like this and get away with it? Let me help you out to understand what I'm talking about. How many times can we lift someone up by bringing someone else down? The man makes the belt when it comes to the championships, or at least it should. This way, you know, this way people can be actually seen as something different, creative, you know. But it's like nowadays we go with the model where the belt makes the man, I guess, right? Just slap the belt on the man, he cool. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna just keep it real. Your charisma, your character, and all makes the belt, bro. Even your momentum you have makes the belt. And I'm not saying Jey doesn't have momentum. He's definitely he's had all of that for a minute. And that's the point that I was making. He should have been the champ. Honestly, just to me, you know, to be honest, I think he should have been the one to beat Sammy. You know, they could have built him and Sammy up before, you know, he was a real man to squad up with Sammy and take the belt off of him, you know. So that's just my take. But, you know, the man makes the belt, bro. That's just my take. Your charisma, your character, everything, your work you put into your character. This has Vince McMahon all over it, this type of decision. I'm just bullshitting y'all for those of you who want to get in y'all feelings about that, right? But still, in my opinion, this has Vince all over it. I don't know if he snuck in the creative or anything, man. Since his Netflix documentary had came out, you know, which I'm still on episode number 1, so you motherfuckers better not. You know, this is why I've been off the YouTube machine, because it's like, you know, not only do I have to take care of personal shit, obviously with family, whatever, but it's because you motherfuckers will spoil it. So, no, I have not been on the machine, because no, I'm just on episode 1. Don't say shit. I will fight you. Now, probably, Vince, he probably asked Papa H, man. He was like, hey, man, come on, you know I missed the old chair, man. I know I'm not invited, but, you know, can you at least disguise me for a few minutes? Man, I just want to teach you how to kill someone's momentum. That's hot. You know, just like the good old days, pal. You know, that's exactly what he wants. That's exactly what Vince wants. Yeah, I'm happy because this is good. You know, honestly, the match with Bron Breakker itself was good. You know, I really liked the momentum. I liked the pace of the match. That was great. To me, I liked the finish. It was shocking. That's the best part about it to take away from it. You know, let's stick to the positives, of course. You know, I'm not taking anything away from that. I just want to make a full disclaimer here, right? because the positives are great. I love the finish. That was genuinely shocking. I did not see that coming. I had him take another L on his face because every time he came close, he always fell short. Rikishi got to be the happiest motherfucker in the world right now. He probably not. He'll probably say like, Jey probably should have won, at the pay-per-view or something like that, just to cry, bitch, and moan, like he's been doing on every freaking podcast he can find. So Rikishi is the happiest motherfucker out of everybody right now. Believe you me. So the fan of me is actually shocked that he won it in the first place, right? The fan of me is excited. I'm thrilled. I'm happy to see who he's gonna, especially with Bron, rumors of Bron turning. I can speak. Rumors of Bron Breakker turning face. I wonder who are the challenges going to be for Jey Uso now. So that does have my curiosity. I got to admit. I'm happy to see who challenges, Jey. Like if Bron wins right back, if someone else steps up to the plate who hasn't gotten the shot in before, I don't know. I'm very curious to see. But if I can vent to you guys for 1 minute, if I had the creative pen, right? Just for the sake of time, just to bullshit with y'all, I would surely have not even booked Jey in a title match against Bron Breakker. I'm just being honest. I know your boy's gonna get some slack for that probably. I know, I get it. Prince, what are you talking about, man? You don't know shit. Listen, I get it. Come at me all you want to, that's fine. Look, this match would have never existed. I don't care about your feelings. I go based on what I believe, what the overall perspective should be, as far as how the quality of something should be, man. This match would have never existed, right? I'm keeping it real. This match, I would have never made it a thought in anyone's mind. I would have had Jey take the belt off Sammy, to be honest, and then give it to Bron Breakker. That's just me, though, Bron's momentum to me was still being built up, and although he lost the belt, it doesn't mean he's buried, right? Too many people throw that word around and don't even know when it should be used. So no, I highly doubt he's buried here, right? I think it's just a money rent. I think it's just, a monkey wrench, actually. Fuck, I can speak. Fuck you. Whatever. So I think it's just a monkey wrench thrown into things that shake things up to mix things up. I think that's the reason why they did this. They wanted to mix things up. They wanted to shake things up. Probably going into the new Netflix era and everything like that. If I were to take a wild guess. In the 3H's era, people are complaining about longer title reigns anyways. And that's, people miss unpredictability. That's one thing from the Vince era some people miss. I get it. Well, here you go, right? Unpredictability. That's good. You got that. So that's good. Listen, I'm not a big fan of the longer title reigns either, but they got to get shit over. They got to get shit across. I get it, man. So this was a genuine shock. This was a genuine surprise. This was something unpredictable here, but as much as I love it, I'm still gonna stick with that. I'm not getting away with that. Jey, my boy, at what cost is my question? You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot, or should not at least, build someone up while tearing someone else down in profession or in life, period. So I'm very pumped. It's a new coat of paint for Jey finally winning the big one. Finally, right? Where does Bron Breakker go after this? Does he win the title right back, either before or after Bad Blood? I don't know, man. I don't know what match they're going to squeeze in for the last spot in Bad Blood. Does he move up the card already? This soon? He just won the belt, maybe. But even a full month ago, dog, I mean, yeah. I think it was just under a month, if I'm not mistaken. His title reign, Bron Breakker's title reign. Somebody correct me. I think it was at least a month or just under a month, something like that. But do y'all get where the boy's coming from here? Do y'all understand what I mean when I say you can't build one person up by tearing another down? It's okay if you don't, but do y'all understand? If you do, let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. But what's your take on Jey Uso winning the IC title after coming up short so many times before? If you would have asked me, bro, I'm going to just be real. If y'all would have asked me personally, I think it was done, in all honesty, to shut up Rikishi. Like I said earlier, he's been going on every podcast imaginable, complaining about his son's booking, which I get it. That's his son. Any parent should and want the best for their kids. But at the expense of others, when you're trying to build someone else, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a great idea on 3H's in the grand scheme of things, but that's 3H's. He got to fix that shit. He's got some Vinceism still left in him, bro. We can't always cut him slack. This is a good match overall. This was a really good match overall. The ending was emotional. That's great, man. Jey himself was emotional. They clipped some of the kid crying on the internet. They clipped some of that. They clipped the kid crying on the internet over his win, man. That's pro wrestling. That's what pro wrestling is all about. The emotions, the feeling, not just the weak-ass matches like in AEW most of the time. Not all the time, so don't stop crying. I said most of the time. So I get it, man. I really do. But to me, this was fast food booking. If you're just going to give it right back to Bron Breakker and ruin its momentum. If it's fast food booking. If you just give it right back to him. Before that, guys, he lost to Sami Zayn. Bron Breakker I'm talking about. He lost to Sami Zayn. Then he lost one of the two out of the, the 2 out of 3 pinfall matches to Sami. Now, yes, he won overall, but he still took a clean L in that match, if you guys remember. I do. I'm just not going to forget overnight. Nah, bro. Still sitting in my head. Stuff like that is what I'm talking about, man. Like what are you doing, Bron? What are you doing, Bron? It's not his fault either. So what are they doing with Bron? Are we trying to make him the new Scott Steiner-esque? Or Brock Lesnar-esque? I'm not feeling it, man. So far where he's going, I'm not digging it. I'm trying to. He's got the new theme. He's got the look. Got the badass look. Got the fans talk. He's got the fans barking. My boy's got it all. But he's getting hot. He was getting hot. But fair warning: if you keep going the Vince McMahon route with booking, man, dude, it's going to be hard for fans to take him seriously. And I do not want that for Bron Breakker at all. Brock Lesnar wasn't pushed as fast with a belt, He wasn't. Brock Lesnar was not pushed as fast with a belt. They cared more about building him up for a few months at least. At least is what I remember in my childhood before putting the title on him. So they need to make up their minds, to be honest with you, bro. They really, really do. I'm serious because Bron Breakker, he's had very, very hot and cold booking, and it's not really been the biggest thing. It hasn't really been the best thing for him. Do they feel he's not popular enough? I don't know. I really don't get it, man. Even though he's just now starting to get those dog barks, a chance in the crowd. Crowd digs him. Like I said, they dig the theme, they did the look, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What are we trying to do here? This loss in the grand scheme of things is really going to be remembered. I'm sorry. I can't sugarcoat, man. If I got to give AEW shit, I got to give the man at 3H shit too. I'm still not off his ass, bro. As far as booking and creative at times, still got to be just as hard on him. It's just frustrating, man. It's one of those head scratching things. It's a catch-22. If I'm being honest with you, man. It's frustrating because I'm happy for Jey, but for Bron, Jey's now, Bron's the future, man. He's the one that should be getting the push, right? You will believe, it's in the eye of the beholder, whatever, but you believe, right? Jey should have won this belt months ago, in my opinion. This is 50-50 booking, I'm not going to lie, for Bron Breakker, and that's kind of killing my excitement for him, his momentum overall. No matter what the case is, at the end of it, it helps no one. This is a catch-22, and this is a piece. This is a deuces, and motherfuckers, we out.